Welcome to the Loud Lounge.
Welcome to the Loud Lounge.
Welcome to the Loud Lounge.
Yeah, this is the big bad.
This is the Loud Lounge.
Yeah, this is
Come
where we
chill
do.
at the Loud
We are
Lounge.
chilling at the Loud Lounge.
Welcome to the Loud Lounge with Selector Frey and Chung. Today we have one of Bermuda's top DJs, DJ Rusty G.
What's up?
Now, Rusty, no long talking. We're going to get straight into it. So, Rusty, where did the name Rusty G come from?
Where do you think it came from? Take a guess. What's your guess?
Russell Griffith. Am I right?
Well, that's because you know me. I mean, would you have guessed that was just
I wouldn't have
that was my
guessed
real
it at
name?
all. I
Yes.
wouldn't have.
It's just a play off my real name. Rusty's been a nickname I've had forever. So
Okay.
it just stuck.
Now, Rusty, a question I want to ask you. In your early start in DJing, you was Immortal Vibes. What gave you the mind frame to switch to go into more of a solo DJ career?
Well, I mean, honestly, the guys got tired of it and left me hanging. The song left me hanging. And so it was like, well, you know, I was still with it. I mean, I still love it to this day, obviously. You know what I mean? I weren't ever gonna stop. But, you know, life changes. Things change for a lot of different people. And, you know, this is where we are now.
Now, Rusty, knowing you have a dance hall background, what converted you to being the soca DJ in which you are now?
Why do you call me a soca DJ, first of all?
Rusty G is known as Bermuda's top soca DJ.
You excel in soca.
I know as well.
Thank you. Appreciate
You
it.
are very versatile, but soca is your genre that attracts people.
That's a fair statement. I mean, I would say summertime, man, I'm playing 6, sometimes 7 nights a week. And I only play soca heavy at the soca parties, if you understand what I'm saying.
Okay.
So I ain't never stopped playing dancehall. So people that's out there talking about, you know, I only play soca. If you come out and you see me often, you know I'm always playing
Your
dancehall.
real fans know what you're about.
Yes. And Rusty, I knew that because you've been on both sides of soca versus reggae. Not too many people knew that.
This is true. I mean, you're going back a few years now, though. And one on the reggae team too. Let's talk about that.
I'll throw this in there. I want to do soca team, and I'm not a soca DJ.
Be funny.
Oh, there you go. What year was that?
Martial
Like, it's
law.
like, ha, ha. It's like, ha.
Martial law. Don't
What year
ever
was
forget.
that? That was
the year. It was me, Marshall.
What was that, Dockyard?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm not a soca DJ. So I am a tad bit versatile, Bermuda.
I'm trying to remember that year. I played that year, right? Did I?
Yeah, you played
I
on
think I did the warm up.
Yeah, you played on the losing team. Just want to let you
No,
know. Let me
real,
put that
no.
out there. Yeah.
No, but real talk,
Yeah.
I think I did the warm up that year.
They had
I think I played hip hop at that one, actually.
Yes. Yes. Now, Rusty, something that I really want to talk to you about is how you've implemented in your sets something that is not really known in the Bermuda DJ system. Turntablism. Who are the turntablists that you respect and mind taking parts of their craft and putting it in your sets?
Oh man, I mean, that's a good question. I just always loved the art form of it. You know what I mean? That's kind of what's kept me going, because if I was just there just pressing buttons, playing song after song, I probably would have quit years ago. You know what I mean? So it's the turntable side that's always kept me going, because you could be literally learning that forever. You know what I mean? So, you know, throwing guys like Scratch Bastard out there has been a big inspiration. DJ Puffy, a huge inspiration. My boy Just J as well. A lot of the guys in the Caribbean, man. I mean, like Private Ryan. The list goes on and on and on. Lord Hype. There's so many guys that, you know, we don't necessarily see it here in Burma, but if you really check out what's going on in the Caribbean, damn guys are cutting up something nasty on the turntables and on the CDJs and stuff. So it's like, you know, that inspires me to just keep up with what's happening down
And
there.
to add to that, as well as you, we could look at Kid Fresh and as well as Chaos, because they were pioneers that were doing.
Yeah, man. Shout out to those guys for sure.
Shout out
For
to
sure.
them.
I didn't get to see Kid Fresh in action. I kind of was coming into the game. I think he might have been already kind of on his way out.
Club 40 days.
But I want to say Chaos, I definitely
Experience
caught him a couple of times. I caught Chaos a few times, you know. So yeah, man. Shout out to those guys for real.
So, to date, what has been your most iconic party?
Here or anywhere?
Anywhere.
Anywhere? Ooh, that's a great question. I gotta send a big shout out to Dr. J, man. Dr. J put me on Soca or Die, Labor Day weekend. I want to say it was 2019, right before the pandemic, and it was a spur of the moment thing because I was actually in New York Labor Day weekend. I was in New York with the missus, and he saw I was in New York, and he called me, hit me up. He said, "Yo, Rusty, you're in New York, right?"
And that was actually in DC?
This is in Toronto.
Oh, okay.
So he was like, "Yo, you're in New York, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." He said, "Hey, we got Soca or Die happening like on Monday, you done?" and I want to say this was like the Thursday or the Friday or something like that when he called me. And I was like, you know what? Let's make it happy. You know what I mean? So ended up going to Toronto for that show. And I mean, thousands of people out there down at the Cabana in Toronto. Beautiful, beautiful venue. It was just like one of them things I'll just never forget. So like shout out to Dr. J for putting me on for that. For real, for real.
That's cool.
Okay.
So I have a question. What do we always talk about what DJs do for us? What do you miss from the crowd from when you first began DJing to now?
Whew, okay.
Yes.
I miss people not being on their phones all the time. It irritates me. Like it really gets on my nerves.
Facts.
It bothers me.
Facts.
That's why I throw no cell phone parties. Like I throw so when the pandemic hit, you know, I started doing a thing called no service cruises where we go on the water and it's like you leave your phone on the dock and
Because you want people to interact.
you want people to interact, free up, have a good time. You know,
and everybody's worried about snapping the moments.
oh man, I'm so sick and tired of it. You know what I mean? I understand. It's part of life
wants
now.
to capture the moment.
It's part of life now, but like
As a DJ, Rusty, being in the party, you see that cell phone light on their face, and you've ever noticed the last 20 minutes they want you to do an amazing set where you're saying, "I've been doing it all night." How you feel about that?
some things don't change though, man. I mean, even back in the day, people didn't come out until like 2:15,
Yeah.
2:30.
Yeah, why?
Expecting the hype, you know, for 20 minutes. So, you know, certain things don't change in the game. It's all part of the game. But yeah, to answer your question, it annoys me. It really gets me. You know what I mean?
What's one of your most embarrassing moments as a DJ?
I don't know. I mean, things happen.
Like, have you ever played and the crowd doesn't react and then you feel like, oh my gosh, I just want to stop and go? Or
Nah, that's not embarrassing to me.
No.
That's crowd reaction was never. That's not my motivating factor.
Okay.
And I think that a lot of guys get caught up in that. Like a lot of DJs get caught up in every song that I play has to have gum finger bop 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 bop. Like it's not always about that. You know what I mean? And so when you have experience in the game, you know that okay, well if I'm gonna go into say a little Afrobeat vibe, and maybe I play some music that I know you probably don't know.
Right.
I'm not expecting you to respond to it.
It's not for everybody. You have to play for everyone.
But it's still creating the atmosphere and the environment and the experience. You know what I mean? So I think that when it comes to crowd reaction, I think for longevity, a lot of guys will understand that it's not always about just getting that reaction. Because if you're trying to get that reaction, you just end up playing the same stuff every single time you get on stage and you just get stale.
And that's interesting that you say that. I done an interview with Worm and Dillinger at Bass Odyssey, and what you're expressing to me is staying in your lane, creating your own vibe, and by creating your own vibe, you create your own brand. So what are the songs that I will find at a Rusty G set that are like your top 3 songs that must be played in rotation at a party?
I don't think I have top 3 songs, to be honest. I mean, like, I could tell you as an example, like played last night at Pickled Onion, and you know, you mentioned being a soca DJ and this and that, but I played a good bit of reggaeton. I played a good bit of Afrobeat. You know what I mean? I played everything. I played a half an hour segment of R&B slow jams last night.
Oh man, I should have been up there.
Casey and JoJo and Shy and Boys to Men and like we went in on the slow jams. You know what I mean? So it's just really about creating that overall experience in the party. If you got me for 4 or 5 hours, I'm gonna give you everything. I'm gonna play everything, old and new. Skang, Skilly Bang, all of that played in the same party. You understand what I'm saying?
This has been a good conversation. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Come chill
We
at
are
the
chilling
Loud
at the
Lounge.
Loud Lounge.